Oh yay, we're live. I like it when it just pops up like that and I don't have to work very hard at it and it's just boom right there. That means my internet's gonna be kind to me tonight. That doesn't happen all the time. So welcome. I'm Danny Garola here from Stampin' the Pink Barn. Hello, Kathleen. And it is episode number 64. And that means it is November 8th today. So, we had time, well, I didn't because I live here in Arizona. Hello, Lois. I live here in Arizona, but you guys probably, unless you live here in Arizona along with me, you guys had time change. So that means it is 5 o'clock Pacific. I am now 6 o'clock along with Mountain Time. So back in the spring, that means I will go back to Pacific Time. Kind of screwy how that works. So it is 6 o'clock Mountain Time and Arizona Time, and 7 o'clock Central and 8 o'clock Eastern. So if you guys are joining me, welcome. Hello, Florence. So, what did I have going on here? I have my giveaways sitting here, so I need to make sure I get these all up and going. So I get my on stage recognition for oh, hold on just a second. Some of my achievements. Hello, Kathy. For some of my achievements that I have won. So that's pretty exciting. So that will be on our on stage virtually. It starts tomorrow, actually, is when our award ceremony virtually will kind of happen. And then my birthday on the 10th, which thank you guys who have been sending me birthday cards. I have a couple to show you. Hello, Frida. I so appreciate those birthday cards. It's kind of a first for me, this being my first year of doing this Stampin' Up business portion. I did do it before back in 2000, I believe it was 2015 to 2017, but I was only a discount shopper. I wasn't doing it business. Hello, Rhea. It looks like the internet's kind of glitching in and out here from what it looks like. Ugh. Hopefully we can stay up and rolling. It was doing good. I got it, on my other device. It brought me right up. So maybe that was wishful thinking. I spoke too soon. Let's knock on wood. We stay good. So, the Gifts Galore, which is the paper pumpkin for the month of November. When I flip you guys around, I'll show you the brochure for it. But I just want to remind you guys that to get your subscription started for that, so you don't miss out on those super cute little snowman little gift treat boxes. I think those are going to go over extremely well. And they already seem to be, a lot of people are subscribing to that. So I just want to let you guys know that once the 11th, you have until the 10th, and once the 11th, a new paper pumpkin will then be able to go on your subscription. So I just don't want you guys to miss out on this Gifts Galore box. If it's something you've been looking at, you guys need to subscribe on or before the 10th. And don't wait until like 11 midnight to do it, because everybody's times are different. And I know Stampin' Up time is Mountain Time, which is good for me because now I know what time things are going on in their neck of the woods. But just to let you guys know about that Gifts Galore, because like I said, it is going to be a hot paper pumpkin box. So what else did I do this weekend? I'm trying to remember what the heck we had go on. Oh, I found out that we are getting even closer to moving. So I don't know if you guys can see kind of in the shadows back there, I have boxes being packed up of stuff that I just need to get rid of. I'm not a hoarder, but I tend to hang on to things and I don't know why I do it. It's so weird because typically, as being an only child, you don't like find the need to hang on to things, but I'm an odd one, just saying. I tend to hold on to things. Everything has a purpose to me, which is probably kind of dumb, and I do it even with my Stampin' Up stuff. I save all the little scraps because, geez, you never know when you need that little scrap, right? And then I kind of like start mountaining myself in because I'm like, okay. And then I go through this whole weird like mindset where I have to get rid of everything. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna start new, because as we age, moving is not fun anymore. Like, me being the kind of person that I am, and my personality is, when we were younger with the kids and stuff, we moved all the time. And I know that's horrible to do to your children, but I did. I was a big time. I had to move all the time. I needed something new. It was just the way I roll. Well, now as I'm getting older, we've been in this house here for 8 years, almost 9 years. And it's one of those things where, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to moving, but then again, I wish I could be like, what's that character's name where she would twitch her nose and everything would just be packed and ready and moved and all the good things would happen. Yeah, Sabrina, that's her name. I wish I just had that ability to just, boom, just make it all happen, and we were moved, and the house was set up the way we wanted it, because before we can move in, we have a lot of like repair work we have to do. We have to put new carpet down. We're going to change the vanities in the bathrooms. We're going to widen out one of the bathrooms to make it more handy capable for my daughter. So there's a lot to be done to that home before we can actually move into it. So it's a work in progress, but we are getting closer, because my parents have now started moving into their home because all the things have gotten fixed that were problems when the house was built. And I know some of you guys have heard me say, like, it was so bad, the things that were like done by a third grader. It was just, it was so ridiculous that somebody would put a brand new house on a piece of property and say, okay, you're ready to move into this, with the ridiculous things that were wrong with the home. So they brought somebody in, and a specialist came in and wrote down lists and all the things that needed to be fixed, and then called the company, and the company sent like their top-notch person out and came and fixed all the things that were wrong. So that's awesome. And my parents are very pleased and happy now. So they are in the process of moving things back and, back over to the new house from the old house. So we're getting there. She said, my mom made it very clear that we will be having Thanksgiving in the new house. So, and I told her, I go, well, that works out perfect, because the old home still has, the stove and the things there, the appliances. I said, well, that'll work perfect, because now there's 2 fridges, because there's one in the new home, one in the old home. There's a stove in the old home and one in the new home. We'll be close. We can like cook meals and not have it be where we live, like as the crow flies. We live about 3 miles away from them, but if you actually have to drive around the highway, we're about 10 miles away from them. So where we're at, it's kind of funny, because I cook, she'll say, okay, you cook the yams, you cook the turkey, and then she'll cook the green bean casserole or whatever, and then we'll meet up at, the house, at her house, and we have Thanksgiving. Or her and my stepdad will come down here and have Thanksgiving, because there's more of us versus the 2 of them. But when you only have one stove to cook on, it's, kind of difficult when you're cooking a meal for a lot of people. So this will be really nice that we'll have both houses there, both stoves to cook, it's just going to be nice. I just can't wait to get in there. That's the biggest thing, is, oh, this waiting thing just sucks. So, all right, you guys, I am going to get you guys turned around here and show you a couple of the little brochures that are going on right now. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh, maybe I'll come on tomorrow and tell you guys about it, because I think we're going to find out a little bit more news about it tomorrow when Stampin' Up! Newsletter comes out for us as demonstrators. But I know there is a big sale coming up, and they have changed the name of it. It used to be called the Extravaganza, but now they're calling it something else. And it used to be the end of November through like the 3rd of December, but they are bumping those dates up this year. And it starts, I want to say, November 16th. I don't have very much information about it, but I do want to let you guys know to start saving those pennies, because it's going to be a great time to get some of the items that you've been wanting, and they might be on sale. I don't know exactly what's going on sale. I just know it's a huge sale. Hello, Susan. So I just want to throw that out there to you guys so you guys can kind of keep that in the back of your mind. When I get at more information, you know how I am. I post all the stuff to the page, so kind of keep watch for that. Hello, Kay. So, okay, I'm going to get you guys flipped around. So if you get motion sickness, shut your eyes, because I don't want to make anybody sick by flipping this camera around. So hold on. I had my winners list sitting there so I can announce the winners of cards. So are we doing okay here? Can we see everything? I think we can. All right, I think you guys can open your eyes. I think we're all good. Oops, hold on 2 seconds. Let me push this down in this thing. It's kind of, there we go. I think we're good now. All right, I'm gonna put my other device up here so I can see comments. So, right now, for the month of November, we are doing a special if you want to start up under me and be part of my team. It is called Start with Savings. So this is through the end of November, so November 30th. It started on the 4th. It's where you get $125 worth of product you get to pick. You also get a free paper pumpkin in that. Normally our starter kits are $99, but you still get to pick $125. But through the month of November, they have dropped that $99 price down to $75. Holy smokes, artichokes. So that means you still get to pick $125 worth product. Now, there is no judgment. There is no nothing. If you just want to get the discounts of being a Stampin' Up discount shopper, absolutely. This is the best deal for you guys, because you've been looking at those machines, that the Stampin' Cut machines, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines. Get it in your starter kit and pay only $75. I mean, holy geez, that is an amazing deal. So, and that is with free shipping. The only other thing that is added on is the taxes from wherever you're at. So, I have added a link over on the page, on my business page, this where you're at right now as Stampin' the Pink Barn. You will find a graphic that looks like this, and underneath it, or above it actually, you will see the link that says just click here, and then when you click it, it'll take you into my join page, and you will be able to see all the benefits of being a demonstrator. Like I said, you do not have to make a business out of this, but being on my team is actually pretty cool. Like right now, we have a team meeting coming up tomorrow, and we have special challenges that we do. Like we do, it's called mystery stamping. And we also are a part of, because of who my team leader is, we also do, where I'm affiliated with the Stamp Happy Academy. So you get tons of free PDFs with that. So just to let you guys know, being on a team and having the team leader that I have is a lot of fun, and you get a lot of inspiration. So just throwing that out there. Here is that Gifts Galore paper pumpkin. This is the paper pumpkin that I was saying that ends on November 10th. So if you wait till the 11th, this box is already going to be gone. So you're really going to want this kit. Out of all the kits, this one comes with 9 of these oversized treat boxes with coordinating food safe bags. So you can cut these up. You can turn this into scrapbooking pages. You can take these and not turn them into these gift boxes, and you can make cards with them. You know, every last Thursday of the month, I do a paper pumpkin alternative Facebook Live, but this month I will be doing it on Tuesday the 30th because the last Thursday of the month is Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be spending that with my family. So just letting you guys know that. Also, on the 30th, that will be at 6 p.m., which I do all of my videos or my Facebook Lives. And that will be on the Tuesday, so the last day of the month of November. So that way, if you have any family that come in town, normally they're gone throughout the weekend, so you're not, you know, having to say, oh my gosh, I need to watch these alternatives, but I can't because I have family and I want to spend it with my family, right? Okay. Eden's Garden is up and going right now. I'm sure you guys have probably seen over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. I've created quite a few cards and thrown up there for you guys. And you can see that you are able to purchase this now. Just know that the papers and the gems are as supplies last. Or until, what is it? January 3rd is the last day that you can get a hold of these. This bundle, which is the die set and the stamps, will be continuing into the January-June catalog. Speaking of catalogs, I want you guys to know that if you would like any catalogs, especially that new January-June and the new Celebrations catalog, I would love to put you on my mailing selector so you guys can get those right from Stampin' Up, so you don't have to wait for me to mail those out to you. Just go ahead and either Facebook message me or you can just email me. I've attached my email to this blog or to this Facebook Live here. So you can message me and let me know what your address is and tell me that you want any of the current catalogs and you want to be put on the mailing selector for the January catalogs as well, because you don't want to miss out on that awesomeness. And just a little FYI, I get to see a PDF of the new catalogs coming up because I am part of the on stage. So that's kind of exciting. And no, I'm sorry, I cannot share it with you guys, but I do get to see all the fun stuff that gets to come up. So you guys are watching me, Danny Garola from Stampin' the Pink Barn. My website is dannygarola.stampinup.net. That's where you will go to find out about more information about the join. That also takes you to my store, my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. And for all those orders that you make under $150, please use my host code. Make sure that when you're in the store, that direct link will take you right into my store, but make sure when you're there, you see that you are shopping with Danny Garola. Then over here, when you hit that checkout button, that's when you're gonna add right up here, that host code, this code right here. So you can screenshot that right now, or you could also go over to my blog and find this up in the top right-hand corner of the column there. It will be there as well. Okay, so I want to show you guys a couple of the birthday cards that I got because I love sharing these cards because you guys are amazing for thinking of me. And thank you, Miss Frida, for the message that you posted last week. I just saw it today when I was doing the winners of the cards. I didn't even see that you posted that. Jeez. Okay, this is from Anna Rebadu. She made this and sent this to me, and I don't know if you guys can see the beautiful sparkles that are all over this card, but it is so cute and bright and cheery. And then Miss Frida, your card came, and look at this. Isn't that stinking beautiful? And of course, it's pink. Ha ha! Gee, go figure, right? That is absolutely beautiful. And she added some gold to this butterfly here. And with the pink flowers and everything, just an absolutely stunning card. So thank you so much. I've had these sitting up over here thinking, oh my gosh, I have to show everybody because you guys are too awesome to be thinking of me for my special day. Because you guys, obviously, I know you guys have a million things going on in your own lives that you're not thinking about my birthday, but a couple of you did. So thank you so much. All right, let's get to our first cards. I will do the winners should I actually just do it now? I think I should just go ahead and do the winners now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the winners of the cards from last week. So how that works is all you have to do is leave a comment or share my video or like my video, and you will be entered into the drawing for whatever cards we make today. I give those away because I want you guys to have cards to be able to mail to people. If you can't, you know, sit down and make cards of your own, I still want you to be able to participate in sending cards, because cards are, what's the saying that they say? Cards are a paper with a hug in the middle or something like that. Don't quote me because I'm sure that's probably not how that's said, but cards brighten up people's day. Let me just tell you, to go to your mailbox and open up that mailbox and see that envelope addressed to you personally, and you open it up and it's something that somebody sent to you with the care of their own heart. I mean, they sat down there and they made that for you. So just know that I love giving cards away because, Holy Mother, I have a plethora of them and I would like somebody to enjoy them. So card number one that we made last week is this neat little flap. I'm not sure exactly the name of this card, but this is using that beautiful Eden's Garden set that is now available to you guys. Can you see that beautiful foiling, that gold foiling in the paper? The paper is absolutely stunning. So this card with the matching envelope, this goes to Cheryl Grimlick. I have Cheryl's address, so this will be coming to you in the mail, Cheryl. Okay, so that one's for Cheryl. And then we made this, I did the 6x6. It is the 6x6 one sheet wonder. So you can see all this stuff over on my blog from last week. There's also the replay video is attached to that as well, so you can see how they're made. So these two cards right here are two that we made, and these are going to go to Florence Elliott. I do need your address, so if you could please message me here on Facebook and let me know your address. I will get these in the mail to you. I will make matching envelopes for these. I just didn't get a chance to do it yet, so I just want you to know you will get full envelopes with these. I don't write in any of them. I do put, you know, a stamp inside of it so you can send these, write your little message in there. So this one is, dear friend, how are you? Hello there. And then this one is sending hugs. My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. So those two right there with the matching envelopes that I'll get made go to Florence Elliott. Okay. And then these two here, hold on, let me make sure I get the, my little sticky note tacked back to those cards, so I keep these in order for everybody, because I would hate to tell you what you want and then send you the wrong stinking cards, right? These two right here, the one that we used that, gold embossing foil or gold embossing powder on. These ones go to Miss Lois Henderson. And I know, Lois, you're watching because I just saw your name pop up here. So this one is, dear friend, how are you? Let's celebrate everything. And then hello there. Dear friend, how are you? All right. So those go to Lois. So let me make sure I get my little sticky note. Where did I put that? Ugh, I had all my little sticky notes sitting here. Okay, well, I'm just going to make sure I put this on here. and circle. I had all my little names sitting here, and now I don't know where they went. Of course. Okay. So let me get these. Lois, I have your address, I believe. If not, Lois, send me your address on here. I don't remember if I have your address or not. I don't know. I can't worry about it at the moment. Because otherwise I'll make myself nuts. Okay, so let's get into the cards that we are going to make today. So the first two cards that I am going to make for you guys are using the Merriest Moments. This is that hybrid set, so meaning, everything's falling out of this little box over here. So that means it is the stamp set, the hybrid 3D embossing folder, and your dies. So the way this works is when you emboss, you can also use this big die. Well, if I can get this out of here, you have the intricate one here. You have the little square that you can do in a different, or rectangle that you can do in a different color. This makes more of the detailed cut that we've used in the past on a card. But this one right here, this big one, when you go to emboss this, you can also match this up in here. You put them together, make sure your Stampin' Up logo is facing up when you go to put this through. And when you go to run that through, it will then cut and emboss. Hello, Miss Patty. It will cut and emboss your image both at the same time. So that's why it is a hybrid. Then at that point, you can come in, once that piece comes off, then you can come in and use this intricate one to make it, you know, more intricate than just the big area with the embossed impression on it. So I know some people ask, well, wait a minute, how does a die work on the paper? Well, it just does. It will leave a small edging on your whatever I'm trying to say, on your embossing folder. And I'm assuming that they have made these very thick, knowing that this is going to cut into your embossing folder. So I'm pretty sure they have you covered on that. So you would lay your paper in here. I don't have a piece of paper just laying here, but the way that would work is you would lay your paper in here. You would line this up here and then lay that down just like that. It's gonna fit in there. It's going to nest in the top of this. So when you lay your paper in and that nest, so see, I'm trying to slide it and it's not going to because that impression is holding it in. Then you're gonna take that, lay it down, and then run that through your embossing. And would it not be a better idea to emboss then cut? You could, Frida, and I've done it that way, but the purpose of this is to do both at the same time. So it has been made with the with the mindset of it being used together. So they've made these, that's why it's a 3D embossing folder. So it is made to withstand that cutting. Now I could assume if you were making probably a bunch of these, oh geez, okay, we're back up. It said that live interrupted or something like that. I can imagine if you were probably making, 200 of these, if you were making maybe like wedding invitations or something like that, it's going to be extremely time consuming doing your cutting and then embossing, but it might be worth it at that point if you're going to be doing that many. I don't know. I haven't heard any complaints, and normally Stampin' Up will let us know if there has been any problems with the products that they have come out with, or they'll recall it. They don't want to sell bad product. So they are very much into keeping their products, what's the word? I can't even think of the word that I'm trying to use. But anyways, they do definitely want to make sure that they have good product for you and that your money is well spent on their product. So they did make these knowing that they go and coordinate together. So I haven't heard anything. All right, but today, ugh, if I can get this thing back in here now. So today what we're going to be using is we're going to be using the folder. We're going to be using the word joy, and we're going to be using the flower and this little sprig. I can't remember which one I took out here. I think I took out this sprig right here, the longer one. Yes, I did. And then this piece right here. And I'm going to be doing 2 different color combos for these cards that I'm making today. And what we need from over here is we're going to need the big flower, since we're going to be stamping the big flower, and these 3 little flowers here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using all 3 of them, but I want to cut those and have those cut out. So I've already done that just for the sake of time. And then we're going to need this piece right here because this coordinates with that stamp right there. So we're going to need to cut that out as well. Okay? But I think I've cut out all my pieces so I don't have to take all night long cutting. All right, we are going to be using Rich Razzleberry, and I have decided to use some crumb cake, which I thought I had those pieces cut out, but I didn't, so that's okay. So with our crumb cake, what we're going to need is, where did I put my, I'm gonna need 2 sheets of this. So I'm going to cut this in half. This is 11 by 8.5. I'm going to cut it at 5.5 for my 2 card bases. So those are my 2 card bases. Then I need another sheet, and I'm going to cut it at 5 3/8. And then I'm going to cut my panel, so we won't need this piece, so that can be another card base for another time, or if you want to make a 3rd one of these. And then I'm going to cut this at 4 1/8. So there's one panel there, and then cut this down at 4 1/8. And then you can either keep that scrap to do some small word stamping on there if you have a long thin stamp set that could work there. And then, so here's the other panel that we need. All right, and then I'm going to be using this large, these are the, they are called Tailored Made tags, and they're all kind of jumbled up here, not sticking in place where they should be, but that goes like that, and that goes like that. But we're going to be using this big one here, and I'm cutting that out in 2 different colors. So what I've done is I've cut one out in Coastal Cabana. If I can get it here. It's stuck to the bottom of my little bucket here that I use. So there's the Coastal Cabana, and here is Soft Succulent. Ooh, can you see the little glitters that I have everywhere? Not that I don't love to be covered in glitter, but geez Louise, it kind of is a little bright. So that's what I did with the biggest one on this side. So it has the 2 little bumps here. So you get 4 of each kind of style of tag. This one has more of a rounded edge, which is what I used here. Or you have one that has more of a straight edge to it. And then these little things right here are for these little holes. So this is a really good set to have, especially right now with Christmas coming up, and if you make tags for your presents. Okay, so those are those 2 that we need, and then we have our 2 panels, and then we're going to go ahead and fold, make sure I'm folding this on the right side, yep. Fold our card bases and burnish those. Nice crisp. I just put a new blade on my paper trimmer, so it's cutting very nice. So it's really hard to tell what is the front and what is the back of your, one has more of like a beveled edge. That's when you know that that's the inside of your card, versus the really nice flush edge, that's the outside of your card. So the way that we're going to do these is we're going to have one that is landscape and one that is portrait, okay? So let's do some stamping first. So I just have a scrap of basic white. We are going to use our rich raspberry to do our flower. Let me move these so I don't wind up doing anything bad and making a mess. And I am going to I'm going to stamp 2 of these. Ooh, did you see that? I just stuck my finger right in it. Well, it happens. And my stamp pad is nice and juicy. I had to just refill this because it was not so pretty. And then I'm just going to do another one over here. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to take my little scrap, which you can see, and I took all those little flowers and I cut out the 3 different flowers that I was showing you in here, these 3 little flowers, and I cut myself some flowers out of that. Okay, then I'm going to use that sprig that I was telling you about, this one right here, and we're going to die cut those as well. I'm going to do one in soft succulent. Okay, and then one in Coastal Cabana. I love these 2 colors with that rich raspberry. This turquoisey color and then this soft succulent just are so beautiful with that rich, deep, like, I don't know, it is a raspberry. It is what it is. Its name says it all. Okay, we are good with our stamping here. And so when I run those through the embossing, I get all my little pieces here. So I already have my little flowers and my stuff here. So there are my 2, if I can get this picked up here, so we can put that away now. So there are my 2 flowers. Ah! See how pretty those come out? And then I have my soft succulent and my Coastal Cabana. And then I have my little flowers here. Now I picked out some different sizes here, and I thought I would just take these and we're gonna put those together kind of like that. So we're gonna stagger them. So I took 2 of the small ones, and then I took 1 of the big ones and then 1 of the medium ones. So that's what I have here to put on this card. So when we get there, I'll show you that. But first, for these, I guess we're not done stamping, but we are going to do, let's do the Coastal Cabana first. Okay, so with this Coastal Cabana, what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take this stamp pad. Let me get my, since it is photopolymer, I want to have my cushion underneath here. So photopolymer is that clear stamp. And I'm going to take Coastal Cabana and I'm going to turn this one this way. And then I'm going to stamp right down here on the bottom in full color. Then again in 2nd gen. And then again in 3rd gen. So very, very light and kind of staggering going up. Okay, and then that one is done. But since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one as well. Or actually, no, I'm not. We'll wait on that one, because then I'll show you the difference, how both of them go. All right, so we need that. We're going to need one of our, not the base, but the little thin piece, or one of the layers that we cut out, which is the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so you're gonna need this, and you're gonna take this one with this piece going this way, and let me show you. You're gonna take this and you're gonna slide this in, and you're gonna go almost to the very edge of this little triangle here. So if you can see, there's kind of a little frame in the inside. I'm just gonna go right to the side of that frame. If I can get it straight, I gotta open it a little bit more. There we go, just to the outside of that frame. And then I'm gonna run this through using my, my biggie here. But I need to grab my, where did I put it? There it is. My 3D number 4 plate to be able to run this through. So I'm gonna put this right on this side, and then I'm gonna lay this piece down, or the embossing folder down, and then slide my number 4 directly on that. So in order to use my 3D plate on here, I had to take off number 2 and my 2 number 3s. And so when you order these machines, they come with all your plates. I did have one of my team members order all the plates because she didn't realize that the machine came with all the things that you need to get started. I said, oh yes, Stampin' Up thinks of everything. They, of course, are not going to leave you hanging. So she now has brand new plates that I told her, I go, oh, well, you'll get plenty of use out of them. So you'll need new plates at some point in time. So that is what we're going to come out with. We come out with half of our card with the embossed portion there. Okay. Then we're going to grab our card base here, and we're going to use the one portrait style, and that's going to get adhered right on our card base. I think I like this side better. Okay, just like that. This is going to go here, but we need some blingies. So I am using the organdy. This is the white glitter organdy ribbon. So this is where I have glitter all over myself because I made these cards earlier today and there's glitter pieces everywhere. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to attempt to make a bow. I've been practicing, you guys, so we'll try to pull this off here. Okay, I think that's where we want that. Okay, look, I made a bow. Can you see? Can you see now? Now you can tell that I've really been practicing, right? Because I pulled that one off. Okay, that I'm going to just cut down here. I'm going to leave those ends a little long so we can see how we want it on this card here. Then I'm going to bring some dimensionals in for this tag here. And I'm going to grab, oh, I forgot the little dimensionals. I need the mini dimensionals as well. See the glitters? That ribbon kind of leaves residue of the little glitters, but that's okay because it's pretty. Okay, we're gonna need one of these, but what I like to do is take your pick tool, and you can do it with this end here, and you can just kind of roll these up. Or if you don't have your take your pick, you can always take your bone folder and just kind of run those edges up like that. Or if you have fingernails, which I don't anymore because I've messed with animals and lost my fingernails. Farm life, I tell you, you get messing with animals and your nails all break. So you can take your finger and just run those up too, just to add a little bit of dimension to those flowers. Then we're gonna grab 2 of these, and I need my mini glue dots. So I'm just going to pull this back. And since I don't have fingernails, it's hard to pick these little pieces up. And then I'm just going to put 1 on there and then 2 on there. And then I'm going to grab my take your pick and pull this little one off because we're going to place it on the center of this one, but I'm going to stagger it so it doesn't line up. There we go, just like that. Okay, and I'm going to set that off to the side for a moment so I can get this placed kind of where I want it on here. What did I need? Oh, I need a little mini dimensional for the back of that. And I'm not going to push it down because the one thing to let you know that dimensionals are forgiving as long as you don't push them completely down. So if I just set this there and I haven't like pushed it and set it in place, I can still take this off and move it if I need to. And I'm doing that just because I'm going to put my ribbon up here and this might be a little too high. So that way I can pick it up and I can kind of move it around a little bit without having it be like secured in place. And then I'm going to take this little flower and I'm going to stick that right in the center. Oops, if I can get it off my take your pick tool. Okay, just like that. Then I have some of these little, these are called the subtle shimmer sequence. So these come in a couple colors in here if I don't spill them everywhere. So as you can see, that one right there is a silver. Then you have almost one that looks like a one that looks almost like a seashell, I guess you would say, kind of like those opaque seashells. Hello, Arliss. Hello, Tammy. And then you have one that's kind of an iridescent, and then you have one that's kind of like a gray color. It's kind of, whoops, as I'm losing them. So I don't know how well you can see all those different little pieces in there. So yeah, you get a bunch in here. Like these things will last you for the rest of your life. Unless you're super young, and I'm not. So it'll last me for the rest of my life. Okay, so this little piece, I think I pushed it down when I put those there, but that's okay. So I'm going to grab this little piece here, that little sprig, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to grab my take your pick and kind of just curl that up a little bit, and then use another one of these little mini glue dots and put that on the back of there, if I can get it off. And then I think since my bow is going to go right here, I might want this coming up. So see, that's where I can just lift this a little bit and stick that down in the center there. And then now push that down in place. And maybe this has got too much of a curl to it, so we can kind of push it down a little bit to make it not be so curled, so it's not looking tacky. And then I'm just going to take that glue dot, put it right on the back of my bow, and then place my bow, place my bow right where that little hole is. And it's going to be a little tacky on the back side, but since we're gluing this down, you're not going to see or feel that tackiness coming off the back. And I think I kind of like that bow kind of being long like that. I don't know, we'll see here in just a minute. So let's adhere this down to our card base. So when you emboss something, make sure you get really close to your edges, because otherwise it likes to kind of curl on your paper or on your card base. So there's just going to be a little bit of a gap around here showing, just like that. There's just a little margin. Kind of just take that, but it's very subtle because it's tone on tone. Oh yes, I keep forgetting to text you. I received mine also. Gorgeous. camera doesn't do justice. Right? I know. That's what I always tell everybody. Wait till you get these cards in real life, especially if you win one of the giveaways and I mail you the card. Here on camera, you're kind of a far distance too. Otherwise, you'd be getting my head in here. But yeah, when you get these cards, it is like a major wow factor when you really see how beautiful these are. And then that way it makes you want to buy product too. Right? Because of course you have to have more than one of these cards. So you're going to want to buy the product to make your own and then switch up the colors, because there's so many color. And I'm going to show you, I made this card, this particular card, in a different color, and I'm going to show you the color that I did just to kind of give you a different effect on what you can do with the colors of this. Okay, so this one is going to set right here in that little open space. Isn't that gorgeous? But wait, we need to put a little bit of bling on here, because why not? So I'm going to put just a dot of glue in between those little flowers there. Grab my little take your pick tool. And I'm going to grab the, oops, I got it upside down. I'm going to grab one of the little silver ones. And voila. Isn't that stunning? Oh, I just love it. It is weird. I watch you on my laptop for a bigger picture and I have my cell going for sound. The color on both are totally different. Huh, that's so weird how the color is different on your devices. I don't know. I don't know why that is. I guess maybe if one has like an LED screen and one has an LCD screen. I don't know. So there is our first card, and we need to make an envelope, but I'm going to wait on the envelopes until we are done, because I have to kind of decide what we're going to do for the envelope. Okay, so when we are done with this one, oh, and for the inside, so just to let you know, since it is a light colored inside, we could directly stamp a sentiment right on here. So we have, together is the merriest place to be, season's greetings, thinking of you this festive season, a joyful Christmas to you and yours. I'm going to use a joyful Christmas to you and yours because of the fact that we put joy on the front. Okay, so let me find that. And I left this little piece on here since these are going to be touching that. I have to adhere that down to that because I don't like my stamps rubbing on my, if this was adhered, which, see, what I need to do is I just need to pull this off. You know what? I'm going to show you guys right now how I do this. So I just take my piece of magnet sheet, and there's this white, and I ordered these off of Amazon. There's these little white sheets here, and these are, I think I want to say 5 by 7 is the size of this. And then I just take this and they fit perfect. So I don't have to cut them. They come like that from Amazon. And I can just put that right in there, and it fits perfectly to the crease of my thing, so it still shuts. So now I can take this off and not have to worry about that sheet being on there. Then I can just grab my stamps. The only reason why I had this clear sheet on here is because this was free floating and I don't want it scratching up any of my stamps. Okay, so let me grab another block. That's garbage. And we're going to do Joyful Christmas to you and yours. And I'm going to do this in the rich razzleberry so it shows up on here. There we go. And then, you know, if I was to get that crooked, then I can put a white piece in there and just try it over again. So just know that if it doesn't come out straight when you put it in there, you always have the other option of then putting another layer in there and doing it that way. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I don't know how that's going to look on that, but I was thinking we should put something down here in this corner. It needs a little bit of something. So maybe I might use this little sprig and put it down like that. Yeah, because I don't like it over there. But I don't know what, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do, I know you guys are probably like, no, what are you doing? Okay, so this was my layer for my next card. But because we're not going to see this side, because we're going to only emboss the front, I'm going to try this little sprig piece, or actually come back in with this sprig since it matches the front, because I didn't use that sprig on this card. It's going to be used on the next one. And I am going to take my Coastal Cabana just to see if Coastal Cabana would actually show up on this paper before I put it in the inside of my card and ruin my card. Actually, that looks really kind of pretty on there. So we're going to emboss the other side of this so it doesn't even matter. Nobody is going to know but you guys. Oh, use the flower. This one. The flower there. Should I do it still in the Rich Razzleberry? Or should I bring in the Coastal Cabana? What do you think? Rich Razzleberry? No, the die cut one. These little ones? Or this one? I would have to die cut another one because this one's for my next card. Is that what you're talking about? Is use one of those in there? Hold on, what did I do with my other ones? I just did the ones that I just stamped. Where did I put that? Oh, I don't even know where I put them. Oh, these ones right here. So if I die cut another one of these, put that in there. Is that what you're saying? Like that? Because I can do that off camera later, so I don't take up any more time. Ooh, I'm really choppy right now. It said live interrupted. You like it better with this one? Is that what you're saying? Okay, well, I'll cut that one out and I'll put that one in there later. I'm going to keep that like that for that card. Okay? All right, okay, so I will do that later. So next week, make sure you guys are on to watch, and then I'll show you the inside of that card for whoever won that card. I will have it completed. But let's get going with the next card here. So I just stamped that green piece on the back of this. But remember, like I said, it's not going to matter because we are going to do our embossing on this side, and this is going to get adhered down onto our card base, and nobody's going to know. Who's going to know, right? Okay. All right, let me move some of these little goobers out of here, and let me put the lid on this just so we don't have any glitter explosions, because it happens. It happens to the best of us. All right, so this one's going to go landscape style, so I need this here. And again, I'm going to come in with this embossing folder, and I'm going to take it again all the way to that margin over here and kind of watch my little flower, or my little flourishes here, to get that kind of lined up just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to run that through again. So again, all I'm using is plate number 1 and plate number 4. And then I'm going to turn this sideways and lay it on here like this. And see, it is the perfect width that will go across here this direction. But I'm going to run it this way towards myself. Just like that. Then it's easier when it comes at me. Okay, and there we go. Let me get this out of the way. Woo! Almost dropped that. And this piece right here, it's like a weight. It's really heavy, and if I would have dropped it on my toe, there probably would have been some naughty words coming out of my mouth. And this is a family program and we can't talk like that. But that would have really hurt. Just saying. Okay. So that is what we need, is this side over here. See how pretty that is? Okay, then we're gonna need our tag again. But this time our tag is going to go, let's move this out of the way. Over here. Our tag is going to go this way. So let me grab my little thing here and my word joy again. I'm going to put this color away because I don't need that. So I'm using soft succulent on soft succulent because we're doing tone on tone. And I'm going to stamp this in full color right here on the bottom of this. Again, above it. And then one more time for a third gen, just like that. So it's very subtle going up, like a little shadow effect. Or an ombre effect, I guess you might say. Okay, so this, I'm gonna move over there because that needs to be cleaned. Then we need this flower, but we're going to take your pick and kind of give this some dimension. Okay, like that. We're gonna need our soft succulent piece here, and then our two little flowers. So let's go ahead and put those on here. So that's the medium one, and then the small one. Okay, just like that. Ooh, this thing does not want to stay. Okay, and I'm going to take the small one, put it on top, stagger it. Just like that, onto there. And I'm going to set that off to the side and take a drink of coffee really quick. Okay, now what's next? Okay, this I'm going to set on here. No, I'm not. I fibbed. I'm not doing that yet. Oh, there, I need my sprig. So I'm going to take this again with soft succulent. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap in here. And then I'm going to kind of just put this randomly on this piece here. And then turn it. And then do it again, kind of right up here. Okay. Now we're done with that. All right, now here's our flower, and I'm going to take this little piece, my two little rich raspberry flowers, and put that right in the center. And then use the back of that to put the little mini dimensional. You can use a big dimensional too, it doesn't really matter. And then, oops, I'm going to lightly set that there just so I can watch my placement. And then I think I'm going to put this coming off up here in between those two little sprigs. So let me give that a subtle, and yeah, I know in the envelopes that is going to get kind of pushed down, but since you guys know that they're meant to come up, if you win these cards next week, you can fluff them kind of back up to your likings. Okay, so I think that looks good right there. Okay, so I'm going to commit and put that there, and then take, oops, and stick this right in there. Whew, so pretty. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, but wait. There's a little bit more we need to do here. We need to take another bow, because I'm getting so good at this bow thing. Don't you love these colors? I know, right, Melanie? They are just stunning. Okay. So I executed another bow. Woohoo! Whoa, we're on a roll now. You better hold on to your pants. The excitement is real when you can make a bow. Especially on camera, right? Because normally that doesn't happen. Okay, we're gonna go like that. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. But I'm gonna hang on to that bow. But hold on, because that's not what I had in mind. So hold on. Let me show you what I really wanted to do. I was just showing off my skills. Okay, but no, I want to take this and then go like this, like I'm going to make a double bow. Just kind of fold it over on itself a couple of times and then cut this. And then I'm going to take, if I can find the end, and I'm going to push this up. And this is called, hold on when I get my hands back, because I need more fingers because my toes don't help. And no, I haven't tried using my toes, but I'm just saying. Pretty sure they'd be kind of worthless. Okay, then I'm just gonna pull that tight. Oops, if I can get it back in the center. Come on now. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna do it one more time before it spreads away from that. Ooh, I did it. Okay, so now I can move this back to the center where I need it. So see, you have kind of like a double bow. That's what I wanted to do. I got too excited. Okay, just like that. So now you have this pretty little silver piece on there. Then that is gonna go right there. Every time I say double bow, it reminds me of, do you guys remember that video that came out a while ago where the guy saw the double rainbow and he was just so excited that he just kept saying over and over and over like he just saw this double rainbow. I know, kind of stupid, but it was just in my mind. Okay, so that's going to go there with another one of our little glue dots. Now these are the mini glue dots. So now we're gonna put that right in that little area. Okay, and I think I need to cut down, I think I need to cut down a little bit of this because this one's not quite that long. There we go, that's better. Okay, so there's that, and then we need to put the little bling in the middle of that, and since we have that silver there, we're gonna snatch this little silver piece because see, he's just a little straggler. He wants a home, so we're gonna put him on this flower and give him a home. So I'm just dabbing just a little tiny dot of the glue, and then I just stick that on there and then let go of it, and we're all good. Okay, and then that needs to dry, so that stays there. And then we need to put some dimensionals on that, but first I'm going to give that 2 seconds to dry, that little sequin, so it doesn't come off there. I can move this, and then we're going to get this adhered. See, nobody's gonna see that little green piece there, but it gave us the chance to see that color on this paper to see what we thought. And then again, you're just gonna have 1/8 of an inch little margin around there. Okay, just like that. Then we need some dimensionals on the back side of this. So what has the weather been like where you guys are at? Because let me tell you, it has been warm here in Tucson, Arizona. We are still like up in the high 80s. Like I think today it was actually in the 90s. So this is just going to, I know that's really crazy because some of you guys have like feet of snow on the ground, and here I am down here in sunny, warm Tucson, Arizona, where we're up in the 90s, or almost 90. I think it was like 89, 90 degrees today. So crazy. I mean, I would love to have snow, don't get me wrong, because this heat just gets ridiculous where, you know, I would love to curl up in some sweatpants and a sweatshirt, but if I did that here, I would probably have a heat stroke. Just letting you know. It wouldn't end very well. Ice water, air conditioning, it still wouldn't be good. Okay, so there's that card, and let's go ahead and add a greeting to that. So since we just did the, wait a minute, where did my, oh, it's up here. Let's clean this greeting off because that was that a joyful Christmas to you and yours. Even though we did joy, I don't want, okay, thinking of you this festive season. I like that. Let me have this. Okay, and ooh, that might just fit on this block. Woohoo! Okay, let's grab the rich raspberry again. Thinking of you this festive season. I love these sayings with this set. Okay, I need to move this because my light is blaring. Ugh. And so kind of hold your stamp on there a minute and let it kind of marinate into that paper, especially since, I forgot to tell you guys on the last card, especially since this is not basic white and this is a regular cardstock, you need to kind of let the ink marinate for a minute and kind of soak into that paper to get that really rich color. Luckily, it worked fine on this card and it turned out beautiful, but I forgot to tell you guys, on any other cardstock that you're stamping on, give it a few seconds. Just hold that stamp there. Don't push super hard where you wind up getting goobies on there, but just leave it there for a few seconds. Okay, and I will do the same thing with this one where I will put a flower somewhere in here for this card. All right, so there is that. So let's grab a couple of envelopes for those two cards. And since we're going with that flower, I think we're going to do the same thing on these two envelopes. Make sure I turn them the right way and grab that flower there. Just like that and just like that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and then those are for, I forgot what I did with my cards. Set them up here and then, so those are for those two cards. Is that not stunning? Look at those colors, so rich and beautiful. Set my bow over here that I worked so hard on. So what do you guys think of those colors there? With the Coastal Cabana and then the Soft Succulent, using the rich raspberry colors there. And obviously it turns, not obviously, but I mean, it turns a little bit more red when it sits and kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Dries, because it's really dark on the envelopes because those haven't quite dried yet. So let me get these out of the way with these cards. Let me clean up my mess a bit here and let's get on to our third card. Let me clean this off a second so I don't wind up sticking anything in any of that dark ink. And by the way, this is our chamois, and it is an amazing tool, and I think everyone, I know everyone needs to have one in their stamping collection, just because I know, like myself, I have the old Stampin' Scrub, which we still sell, and it still works great. but then you have to worry about putting, you know, some kind of spray on there. I have the Stampin' Mist that you spray on there and then you clean your stamps with, and it works great, don't get me wrong. But this is just so much easier. You don't have to worry about sprays. You just take it to your sink, start with cool water, wring it out, and you're gonna see a lot of like blues and greens come out of it. Then flip your faucet to the warm setting. And then once you get your warm water, you're gonna see those reds and those burgundies and some deep, deep blues will start coming out of this. So make sure you use both temperature settings so you get your chamois nice and clean. Now, when I say nice and clean, that doesn't mean that it's gonna go back to this original purple color, because it's still gonna stay very stained up. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like, where'd that stamp just go? Oh, see how these stamps have gotten stained because of using that rich raspberry? When your stamps are normally clear, depending on what colors you use, like browns and reds and that kind of stuff, you're gonna get this tint to your stamp. There is nothing wrong with your stamp. So don't think, oh my gosh, I ruined my stamp. You didn't. You loved your stamp. You loved it so much that you used it and you stained it. And that's a good thing. And that's the same thing with this. The more stained up it is, the more you have loved it and you have used it. And that's a good thing. Okay, so let's get things shifted here so I can get to this next card without having a hot mess everywhere. Okay, drink a coffee really quick. All right, card number 2. Now this, I wasn't certain what kind of DSP I was gonna use, so I'm kind of gonna let you guys help me pick the colors. Okay, so what we need for our card is we are using this Peaceful Deer set. Now this is one of those sets that come with a punch. I know you love the chamois. I know I love my chamois too. Hence the fact why it is so dark and stained up, because it is my go-to cleaner, and I take it to, I do 2 live classes a month. So it always goes with me to the live classes, and people are just like, wow, I got to get me one of those. I go, right? I know, they're awesome. All right, so we're using the Peaceful Deer. This comes with the deer punch. So what I try to tell people when they ask me, what is a good, starter stamp set? Well, if you're doing Christmas cards, a punch is always my go-to. It's so much easier. You just slide it underneath your paper and you just punch it, right? Versus having to have a stamp and emboss or stamp cut and emboss machine to have to use your dies. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but just punches are a little bit easier. They're cheaper sets. You don't have to have any big equipment to go with them either. You just punch them. Let me grab the punch for this really quick. I forgot to bring it in here because I wasn't using it. So the punch that comes with this, if you buy it as the bundle, and know that if you buy this as a bundle, you save 10% versus buying them separate. So this deer even punches out its antlers. So you can create little antlers on this deer. Let me see, do I have a card made using that deer? I think I do. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. So I made this card using that deer. I stamped the deer on some DSP. Now this was one of the DSPs that were offered during our last celebration. It actually coordinated with this set. So there's the deer, and I put his little antlers in silver because I just thought that worked really well with this silver emboss piece that I put down here. So that's exactly what this deer does, along with the antlers. Then it even has this little dot right here that you could do for a little red nose. Now, I don't use this because I use our little red rhinestones for the noses of most of my little deer. This one I didn't do it on because I wasn't going for that Rudolph look. But just to let you know, there is that little dot right there that you can put for its little nose. All right, so that is the bundle there with that punch. But we're not going to use that today. What we do need is a piece of soft succulent. Now this is 11 by 4 1/4. We're gonna need our scoring cutting blade here. We are going to score this at 4 1/2. So that means you need your light gray scoring blade. Score, and then you're going to need to open up your arm on your score tool, or if you have a score buddy or whatever they're called, you can use that. And then we need to score at 7 1/4. Oops, where am I going here? I was just going to keep traveling. Okay, now we have the 2 score marks. Is that right? For some reason that doesn't look right. Wait a minute, what did I do? Four 1/2. Oops, hold on. 4 1/2. Wait a minute. I did the wrong scoring. Hold on. Don't listen to me. Rewind. Let me grab another piece because I really just slaughtered that one. I was telling you the measurements for the other piece. So let me cut this again. So we needed 11, which is the width of this, by 4 1/4. Okay. Now, let's try this over again. We're gonna do 5 1/2. So that is half of the card, 5 1/2. And then 2 3/4. So we're gonna move it back down, 2 3/4. That's better, that's what I was looking for. So 2 3/4, 5 1/2. Got that? Don't do what I did earlier. All right, then you're gonna need a piece of black. This is 3 1/2 by 10. Now we're gonna score at 4 1/2 and at 7 1/4. Just like that. Okay, that makes more sense and looks a lot better. Okay, now I can put this away. Oops. Then I need a couple pieces of basic white. This piece here is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then 2 pieces at 2 1/2 by 3 1/4. So that's what both of those are. 2 of those at that. This is called a double Z fold. So I'm sure you've probably seen this fold before. It's not anything new, but it is really neat. Okay, varnish that, and then we're gonna flip this one up. So if you don't want to score this, you can always just score it in half, your regular, and then flip this piece up, and then just bring it right up to the top of that edge there for that. Okay, see what I got going on there? Then this piece, you're gonna want to, we're gonna hold it like this, and this piece is gonna come up. So your big wide piece is gonna be up here. Oops, wait a minute, I did that wrong. It's gonna go that way. Your big wide piece, and then fold down, and then fold the other little center piece here and fold up. So it's gonna look like that. So your wide piece is gonna be up, then you're gonna go down, and then you're gonna go back up again with your smaller piece down here. So your 2 smaller pieces are gonna be at the bottom. Okay, and now, just to show you what this is gonna look like, this is going to go just like this. So when it is folded down, that is going to stay just like that. Okay, and then when you pull this up, this piece will be stuck down, and then it's gonna go like that. See where I'm going here? All right, so let's go ahead and put that aside. Or actually, you know what, we can just go ahead and adhere that. So what I need to do is I need to just put glue on just this top half up here and this bottom half down here, because this is going to get stuck down, and then this top piece is going to go. And And then I'm just going to hold this and kind of stick it together just like this, and watching my bottom and my sides. And that's why I like using the Tombow glue, because it gives you a few seconds of wiggle room that you can move things around and still have time to center this where you need it, just like that. So see, now you can see that that is put together. So this will fit in a regular envelope, just like, oops, guess we don't need 4 envelopes. This will fit in there just like that. Okay, we're going to use this card long ways, so portrait style, lengthwise, but it can also be made going landscape style and do it that way. So you guys can have fun with this, and you can change the sizes of your inside. So just letting you guys know, you guys can have a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to show you, I did kind of another version of this card, so I want to show you it as well when I'm done doing this one for you. So let me get this going for you. So this is where I wasn't quite certain what I wanted to do for my designer series paper, but I'm pretty sure I want to go with this because it has this soft succulent in there, and I just think those are so pretty colors together. And you know what else would be pretty is, instead of doing black, you could do the Misty Moonlight, would be really pretty also, just for saying. Or you could also come in with, this paper is called, this was what I was originally thinking, but then I found my other paper, but this is called Painted Christmas. I was going to actually use this piece on this because I liked the look of that, but then with the white, I didn't like it. It was just too much white. And then I thought, well, you know what? I could use a piece of the pine cones, also would be really pretty on there. But then, like I said, I brought out my Tidings of Christmas, and I really liked it because it was dark on that white. So what you need to do with this is you need to cut yourself some strips of your designer series paper at 3/4. Oops, did I move that? Oh, that's straight. So a 3/4 strip, and then another 3/4 strip. Okay. So this one needs to just get laid right there. But first, I think we're going to do our stamping first, actually. Because then this one will be able to use that right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some of our stamping first. So what I need is my big tree here. Okay, and then this white piece. And I'm going to, oops, turn this the right way so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to use soft succulent. And I'm just going to stamp this. Oops, hold on. Let me bring my kerosene mat in here. I'm going to just stamp this because I know this piece here is going to go down this side, so I don't need to worry about having this be too precise. But I'm just going to stamp this kind of right here. And then the next one, I'm going to go right beside it with a second gen. And then stamp back in your ink to get full color, and then again with your full color, and then second gen. Okay, just like that. All right, then we need some crumb cake. Did I bring my crumb cake out? I don't think I did. So let me grab the crumb cake, and we're going to use grab another block here, and I'm going to use these little, oops, I guess I don't need that big of a block for just some little snowflakes. Oops, I didn't open this yet. Okay, grab some snowflakes and let's add those kind of like this and like this and down over here, even though we're not gonna really see because of the paper coming down, but that's okay. It at least gets us that far. Okay, we'll set that one aside. Then I'm going to grab my little white one. And for this one, I'm going to use, what little trees do I need there? Okay, so I'm going to use the set of 3 trees for this one. Because see, on this set here, you have 4 different sets of trees. So this one has 2, one big one, one smaller one. Then this one is kind of tiny. And then you have a bunch of 3, and then you have one big one. So I'm using the set of 3. Okay, soft succulent. I'm going to stamp full generation or full strength, and then a second, and then stamp off, and then a second, just like that, okay? And then we need some more of our little snowflakes. Oops, stuck to my finger. Just like that. Okay, and then we need this cute little bunny rabbit right here. Okay. And I think, oh, nope, he's not gonna fit on that. So I need to grab one of my blocks from over here. Okay, little bunny rabbit. And we are gonna stamp this little bunny right over here. Okay, and then we're gonna take the words from all of us. Where's that at? Okay, here's some more little words. I'm gonna just kind of do it up on the top there so I can see. And I'm gonna put that one right here. Okay. Move that one there. And then back on this one, let me put the little sentiment on it as well. I gotta grab my chamois. Where do I put that guy? Ah! Okay, I have too many. Oh, wait a minute. I have another block sitting right here. Let's use it. So I'm gonna put the Sending Christmas, or Sending Love and Peace this season. So I am going to take it in Soft Succulent, and I'm gonna put it right up here on my front panel. Okay, this is my second panel, and then that's gonna go there because we have to put that strip on there. Where'd my, oh, there it is. It's hiding underneath there. Then we're gonna use this and use the snowflakes. Maybe turn this just like that, okay? Then I need the little deer, the laying down deer, because see, this little deer sits down, and let's put it on the back of this block. Okay, so yeah, you're pretty much using probably 75% of this stamp set on this one card. So we are going to take this little deer in the crumb cake, lay this kind of here so you kind of see where your placement is, and then just take this little sweet baby and put it right there. Oh, so cute. Then the words, it's the best time of year. And let's move this big tree because we're done with it. And And then take that and Soft Succulent. Oops, I guess I'll leave that there, right? So I can see what I'm doing here. Now, you know what I was thinking? I could have used the Dark Evening Evergreen on this also, and that would have been really pretty. I was just kind of on a whole Soft Succulent kick here, as you can see. And what I love is because in this paper, it also has crumb cake. So the colors that coordinate with this paper, this is the Tidings of Christmas. Let me find my little doohickey here. My sampler to show you, so you can kind of get a look of all the can you hear me? I'm got my head turned down here. All the coordinating papers that go with this. Where is it? Oh, of course, it was the very front one. Jeez Louise. Okay, so you have all these different very beautiful Christmassy colors. You've got this crumb cake here along with the Soft Succulent. So the coordinating colors are Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Misty Moonlight, Sahara Sand, and Soft Succulent. So very beautiful, strong Christmas colors. Almost said Christian colors, go figure. I don't know where that was coming from. Okay, so this is going to go right here. So let's go ahead and glue that on. I'm just gonna put glue right on, after I get rid of the little glue booger. And see, you know what else I was thinking? That would be really pretty too. Just that solid with that. No, I'm gonna stick with my original. I'm gonna stick with this because I liked how it had that crumb cake tied into that. Okay, then once that is on there, we're just going to snip off the excess just like that. And then this one, we need that other strip right here. This is going to go right there. See, that's why I stamped those trees first, because I knew this piece was going to kind of cover up some of that tree. So I wanted to make sure I got give me that piece. I wanted to make sure I got that tree on there and underneath that designer series paper. I like that Soft Succulent a little more. I know, I'm telling you, it's kind of crazy. That Soft Succulent, at first I didn't really care for it. I do like it with some of our succulent stamp sets. But then as I kind of started seeing Christmas cards made with it, and then this paper that has it in it, a couple of our papers have really pretty coordinating colors with that Soft Succulent that you're just like, oh my gosh, the Soft Succulent is like sucking me into it. I'm starting to like it. Okay, oops, wait a minute. I'm not finished with that. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, then I'm gonna use this, this is the black and white gingham paper. Oh, my cards are falling everywhere over here. And I'm just going to take this and hold it up here and then wrap it around and then kind of give myself a little bit of leeway to just tie just a knot. Okay, so I'm going to cut off, leaving myself some wiggle room. Get this out of the way now. And then bring this up over here. And just tie a knot. I'm not making a bow, I'm just making a knot. Just like that. But move this back over here. Get up there. Get up there. Okay. And then I'm just going to make sure I'm holding my right scissors and just cut that and cut that. Just like that. Oops. My paper got a little bit or my ribbon got twisted. There we go, that's better. Then if I wanted to, I could actually take one of my little mini glue dots and kind of roll it up and just make it like a little rolled taco and put it right behind where I know that little knot is gonna sit and hold that in place, just like that. So I know that that's not gonna move around, it's not gonna make, you know, a mess of my card, and then everything's gonna stay in place. You can also just take a small little piece of tape and stick tape right to the back of this also to make sure that your ribbon doesn't move all around, because sometimes when it's going through an envelope and stuff, it might shift around, and we don't want that because we want the card to look beautiful when our recipient gets it. So this is now going to get put right in here. But wait a minute, I forgot something. Okay, that's gonna go there. Or maybe I didn't. I think I'm gonna keep it the way it is. I'll show you my other card that I made. You know what I was thinking? We can actually maybe use that punch and put a deer on here. Maybe, just maybe, we might have to go that route. Like put one of those crumb cake deer on there, because since we don't have much of the crumb cake on this portion, maybe I'm going to do that. Okay, so I changed my mind. We are going to use that punch. Good thing I went and grabbed it, right? Okay, clean some of these off so I can use one of these. Okay, so I need this. I need this deer. I'm going to use the deer that says, what does it say? Oh, what fun. And then I need another scrap of, okay, right here. Here's a scrap. Let me get the rest of this adhered together first. This one with this little bunny is going to go second. And so one thing to know about the Tombow glue, dot, dot, not a lot. I just learned that saying from one of our fellow demonstrators, Christine, because it is very true, because I see a lot of people kind of overdo the glue and then it winds up squishing out the side and then they have a big sticky mess, and none of us want that, because again, we want our cards to be fresh and clean. So I loved her saying that. She said, dot, 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 not a lot. I was like, hey, that is kind of a catchy little thing to tell people. So I'm gonna go with it. All right, so we're gonna grab crumb cake, ink this little deer up. I think I just re-ink this, I hope. And then I'm gonna just place that deer right there. Yep, it's pretty juicy. Okay, nope, we're gonna do it again. Actually, let me tell you a little tip here. So when your ink gets kind of, can you see how it kind of looks speckly and there's like little spots on there? What you want to do is you want to take like a back of just these cheap little plastic spoons. You can use your bone folder and just kind of spread that ink around a little bit to get it kind of more dispersed so it doesn't leave those little like splotchy marks. And then now let's come in and try this, because normally that's what it takes to kind of clear out that splotchiness. Oh, much better. Okay, yep. So see how it has all these splotchies in here, and now it's more uniform in color. Okay, this is where we're gonna bring this punch in here. We're gonna line that little deer up. Whoops, let's not cut off his legs. I was too busy watching the horns or antlers. Geez, I get one part lined up and then I can't do the other. Geez Louise, I never have this much trouble with this. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Maybe. Ooh, I did not do very good. Okay, hold on. We're gonna try that again, because I missed his whole back leg. Geez Louise. Good thing, I grabbed out a big piece of white. Let's try this again. Maybe I've been drinking too much coffee. Maybe that's what my problem is. You know what? You know what my problem is? Is when I laid him down, he did not get on my block correctly. That's what is happening. And his little leg is too far back. And because when I just noticed that, I'm still cutting off his leg. All right. Whew. Maybe a 4th time's a charm? I don't know. Let's try this again because we need him to look good. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, much better. Now, that's what the problem was, is you know how when I try to stick them on there versus laying it down and letting it stick itself, that was my problem. Okay, well, now we got it. And now we have a bunch of little horns laying everywhere, our antlers. And then we gotta get rid of these because we don't need those right now. And see those little dots that I was telling you about? Those are the little nose if you wanted to do Rudolph. Okay, so let's get that out of the way and get this card finished up. Whoop, I almost just threw that punch. Whoa, that would have been loud. Now, do you see the difference here? See how this leg is completely cut off? And then when I let it set itself down, that's when that leg came on better. Okay, let's get this card put together. Where's my, there we go. Then we're going to just put this right here where it looks like it is jumping in. Ah, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to use a mini dimensional for the head and then grab a couple of these bigger regular size dimensionals for the body. Then, hold on, just you wait and see that little trick that I have up my sleeve for the little nose. Because, I mean, why not make this a Rudolph? Now let me find those little gems. Ugh. One day I will have, there they are. One day I will have all my gems organized. But it probably won't be until I move. Because I just don't have the space here, so. Once we get our stamping studio up and going at my mom's new house, it will be so nice because her house is big and I won't be sharing a room or my space with my daughter, which right now I'm in her room because that's the only space I have since we have an older gentleman who is staying with us and he has taken our 4th bedroom. So he gets the bedroom and that's just the way it is. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So we just move things around and I'm now in my daughter's room, which is fine because during the day I sit in here with her anyways because she is special needs, so she needs to be watched all the time. So it's kind of nice to actually be in here because if I was in the 4th bedroom and all the way down the other end of the house, I wouldn't be able to watch my daughter and I wouldn't get any of my stamping and my cards made. And since I'm in here working at this desk probably at least 6 to 8 hours a day, I have to tell myself, okay, you have to take a day off. You have to not come to the desk at least one day out of the week. You need to just take a breather. But you know, I just start seeing things and then I have to explore and play and all that kind of stuff. So it's just the way it is. All right, so there we go. There is that Z fold, but we're doing the horizontal Z fold. So stinking cute, right? And then if you wanted to be able to put a place where you add your sentiment, you can put a white piece back here. And I might actually do that for you guys. So you will have a piece to be able to write. Do I have an extra white scrap laying here? Oh, I thought I had one cut. Oh, apparently I don't. So So we will just grab one and we will just cut one and stick it on there. So then you will know that it is ready. Okay, so we need to have a 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm not going to stamp anything on this because I've already put 3 different little sentiments in the front. This would be just for you to be able to write to your recipient on the back of this card, because there's really no place to write on the front. Okay, just like that. Piece just to tie this all together. Z fold here, double Z fold, because you've got the two of them here. And then, ooh, this internet is really having some hiccups. But we're gonna just quickly try to finish this up so I can then put it on YouTube, and then you guys can be able to watch the ending here. So you can see all these beautiful cards. Oh, and hold on, I forgot to show you guys the other color. Okay, so there is that other one. And then I wanted to show you guys the other color that I did with this other card. So I went ahead and I used that new Fresh Freesia. Oops, I got a little tweaked up there. I did the Fresh Freesia with the Fresh Freesia little greenery sprig thing. I did the 3 stamps there. But just to show you a different color combination that works really well also is Fresh Freesia. So just to show you that. But these are the ones that will be given away next week. So like, comment, or share this video. If you watch this from YouTube, remember that I am doing that special giveaway of the Darling Donkeys. That actually ends the November 10th. And I will do a video telling you guys, announcing the winner over on YouTube come November 11th. So be watch for that. The way you enter for that is you go onto my YouTube channel, which is Stampin' the Pink Barn, and you find that 50 subscriber giveaway video, and you leave a kind comment on there, and then that puts you in the drawing to win that set. It is a retired set now because it was a celebrations set, but it is a brand new, unopened, unmounted cling set for one of you lucky viewers to win. So keep an eye on that, and don't forget to go over to my YouTube page and comment on that. So these are the cards. Oh, let me show you the other card that I told you that I would show you, the other variation of this one that I made. I did it in this. It's the same color combination, but I didn't do that strip on the side. I went ahead and I used some designer series paper that has kind of like these birch trees in the background. Not that you could see it all that well, but you can see it down here. There's these birch trees. And then I did the ribbon going this way with a little rabbit sitting up there. So just to show you the different variations of what you can do with this kind of Z fold. And like I said, you could also do your images going downwards, and you can make your card pop open this way also. All right. So I will see you guys next Monday. And well, I'm pretty sure I'll see you guys next Monday. I might have to take Monday off because my daughter does have an appointment up at the Phoenix Children's Hospital. She has to go see her neurologist up there for her seizure checkup. But I have called and asked them if we could do it, what is it called? Telehealth or tele appointment or whatever that's called, where we can do it over the internet so I don't have to drive all the way up there. And so I don't have to miss seeing you guys, because let's be honest, I don't ever really leave my house during the week. So you guys are as much as I'm your entertainment, you're my entertainment as well. Just saying. This is my getaway from home, is being in here and having these live videos with you guys. So I will probably see you guys next Monday because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to cancel seeing you guys. And I will just reschedule her appointment because I know she doesn't feel like sitting in the car for 4 hours anyways. So, all right, you guys, have a great week. I will see you guys next Monday here at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.